Hi, it's Ronnie and welcome to my channel and the YouTube layout hop that I'm going to use my How to Kill a Kit with Style that I got from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club and just added a few more things. Plus, I'm going to do a challenge from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club using that picture of my son and his friend at Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, the challenge is it's called Summer Camp Badge Challenge. And she said the possibilities were endless. Well, when I was looking at the badges, I was thinking of winning things, the badges, earning things, going through stuff to get those badges. Well, then I thought of this picture. And he was with the men from church for a men's conference up there in Springfield. And I don't know how the subject came up, but he had mentioned he had never been to Bass Pro Shop. And they said, oh, you got to go. It's a rite of passage. All men have to go to Bass Pro Shop. So my title's going to be Rite of Passage. And so can y'all see the connection between summer camp and badges and the Rite of Passage? But yeah, he apparently had never gone. I didn't even realize he hadn't gone. I've been there quite a few times. I love going there. I just love looking around and looking at all their displays and everything. So yeah, it's not that I buy hardly anything in there. Last time I went, I spent $3 and bought a little bag of chips, and that's it. That's all I bought in there. But I do like to look around. Of course, my daughter was with me and she bought a gun. So so we were in there and more did get spent than $3. Um, this is cheesecloth, and I've used cheesecloth a lot on altered art, and I'd even use that stiffener to make it stay the way I wanted it to. But on a layout, I don't think it needs it. This month is the first time I ever used it on a layout, and I think it'll fit just fine down. I only know if I'd want stiffener on it in the pocket page on the scrapbook. I think it'd be a little more stiff than I'd want. And any of you more experienced crafters, more years behind you crafting, remember when we used sugar water to make the fabric stiff? Yeah, I think I like the spray better. But yeah, at one time, sugar water is what made the fabric stiff. I like my mom would have these doilies, and you'd go to everybody else's house, and they would have these little ruffles all done up with that doily, and they'd be all stiff and standing up there. And I was wondering why my mom's wasn't. And she told me they had sugar water and soaked them and put them all in shape. And that's why they look so pretty, with like the lamp sitting in the middle of it or something. And she didn't want to do it because she's afraid it'd draw ants. So she never did it. But I have done it for stuff. I haven't never had no problem with ants. But yeah, I have done it with stuff. But it's been a long time. I remember we had balloons and you would do string art all the way around it and use sugar water. Then you'd pop the balloon and then it'd be look like an egg is what it looked like. And then you cut the front out and decorate on the inside. But yeah, there were several ways you could use sugar water. These are those die cut trees. They come in a set of 3. And I'm going to use all 3 there. And the smallest one is the one that's going to get the foam tape. And later, I'm going to do a tear down. I am going to tear down all that netting over there on the left. Yeah, and I'm going to have to cut me another tree because I'm going to decide I need a little more green on the left-hand side. Here I am adding some of this brown jute through there just because, I mean, there isn't much reason for it. I just wanted it there. But I'm going to twine it in, and pull it through and everything. And there's that fish that's got the chunk out. So I'm making sure that that chunk is not showing right there. And one thing about cheesecloth, it does glue down really easily. Just a little bit of glue and it's there. I'm going to use this 3x4 card for my journaling because the YouTube layout hop, it's to be about somebody that you admire or respect. And I thought, well, my son 3 years ago started getting really, really involved in church. And I mean, he's with the youth group all the time, with the men doing things. He volunteers everywhere. Oh, I got to stop here. That says 3/8 inch on that label maker. And instead of using the little plastic label, I am using cardstock, and see it says Bass Pro Shop. And that is Coronations cardstock. And it has a lighter green on the inside instead of having the white. And I'm going to use it right above my title. I thought I'd use it below. That's why it's laying where it is. But then I'm going to change my mind and decide to add it up there at the top. Not that I needed it, because there is a sign on that picture that says Bass Pro Shop. Let's see, what am I doing now? Oh, I've got those little signs there, and you see them, they're brown, and I'm going to add them on there with some foam tape. And they're from Chamel's Never Grow Up, and there was a whole page of them, and I fussy cut them all out. And I noticed some of them could go with this kit. So I put them in a little baggie and put them in with the kit. But I am using 4 of them on here, and it's like Discover. And no, I don't have the layout in here. I thought I need to go get the layout. And then I thought there's nothing really small on there that I need to worry about. Rite of Passage is the only thing. And besides Bass Pro Shop, well, I forgot about these signs. I knew I could read field notes too, so but we will read them in the close-ups. Oh, I'm adding some wood veneer now, and I'm adding stars. I was kind of thinking seashells, but I didn't have no seashells. But yeah, and I think I have somewhere in my craft stuff little tiny seashells. I'm not done with this kit. Here it is, the end of the month. And no, I'm not done with it. I think I have too much going on. It always takes me 2 months to get my How to Kill a Kit with Style done. Oh well. I like using it, and I'm enjoying it, and I still have pictures, so I don't mind it going for another month. I look forward to doing How to Kill a Kit with Style on the days I do it. And I use the other half of this little wood veneer. It's like the center of a tree, like it got sliced out. And it does have a heart, but you can't tell it since I tucked it in. I pulled off the sticker that's raccoons, and I'm going to end up using it. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm making grass for the bear. I had to use that bear. That big old bear's in the picture. And so I had to use another bear on here. And this one is a sticker bear. And he kind of looks like he's just hanging there. And because I didn't take the fishnet all the way over to the right. And I thought about adding a little bit more and taking it all the way over to the right. I don't think you'd be able to tell if I just added it. But then I think I'm going to put some green there. So I put the green, and I decided to ink it a little bit. I didn't ink the whole thing, just to give different shades in the green instead of it being all one shade. And I think I'm getting pretty close to getting done. I'm going to end up adding some of that trim that looks like branches with snow on it. And so, yeah, that's going to take a few minutes. And I did add some burlap too. And see, there's a piece of the burlap. I just wanted to add different textures to this. When I'm doing an outdoorsy one, I like to have the outdoorsy feel by having all the textures and all the different things to look at. Yeah, see, there's that trim, and look how low it's getting. I'm going to miss that when it's gone. I don't think it's going to make it the whole nother month. But, oh, so sad. Yep, the last thing that I have to do after I add the little bit of trim here and there is my splatters, and then my tear down. Yeah, I am going to tear down the left-hand side there of that fishnet. When I'm putting the splatters on, I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I like that or not. So yeah, there I am tearing it down. Oh my goodness. I did tear some paper off, and of course it looks whiter than the rest of the paper because, the whole top layer is gone. Because even though I didn't put much glue, it pulled up plenty of paper. So I got to cover that up. And I'm going to use this, and even after I put it on, it still looks really white. So I'm going to be inking after that. But yeah, I'm going to put it on this side, and then in a little bit I'll decide I need it on the other side too. And I'm just going to tuck it down around where the fishnet is. And I'm going to decide that I need something else there. And I'm going to pull those little raccoons over. And I'm going to die cut me another tree because I decided I need a little more green on that side too. At least one thing about it, scrapbooking, if you make a mistake or don't like something, it's usually not that hard to start over. But see how I make another mistake. You see me put that ink on there? I guess I picked the wrong one up. I don't think I picked the wrong one up. I picked the wrong brush up, and it had the darker ink on it. So I put the darker ink on that side, and so I'm going to have to make the other part of the paper match. I decided I wanted one of these deer there, and this is from a Maggie Holmes die set from several years ago. I can't remember which one. And yeah, I'm going to put that up there, and I used, I think it was the Cuddle Bug embossing folder. Oh, mine went blank. I did do a wood one and the other one, and I did spray it with water so it wouldn't crack. And one of my helpful subbies told me to try that, and I can't remember who it was. It's been so long because it's been a few months. But I remembered to do it. But whoever told me that, thank you so much. And this is a close to my heart little thing. I'm not sure what it's called. Maybe a stippling brush, maybe. I don't know. It makes little spots. And so I'm using the darker ink and I'm stippling all around there. At least that's what I'm going to call it. I cannot remember what it's called. It's not really a brush. It's like wired mesh kind of stuff. But yeah, it adds a good texture with your ink. And here I'm adding a little more burlap. And the reason I had to do that is because that plaid paper, it just ripped it right off. And so it was definitely all white. And I didn't even notice it when I was putting the other stuff on. But then all of a sudden it just glared at me. So yeah, I had to cover it up. Part of my tree didn't fit, so it's just going to hang off and get cut off. I could have moved it over just a little farther, but I had my little raccoons there, so I just went ahead and let it hang off the page. But I think that's about it. Oh, I have to add just a little more of this. I thought kind of looked plain up there where that one piece of orange is. So I added just a little of that to make it look better. But there's my before the tear down and my after the tear down. I think I do like the after better. I think I'm happier with it than I was the other one. And yeah, that little wood veneer looks so long. I put it on there and then I kept looking at it and I thought, oh, well, there ain't no way I'm going to pull it off without tearing the paper. But I might as well have because I went ahead and tore other stuff off a lot bigger in that area. But yeah, see that texture that's on that deer? I believe that it kind of looked like a worn wood grain. And there's Here We Go, Wander, Discover, and No Limits. And there's my deer with the bear with the fish to go with the bear in the picture. And there's my seashells. That's a starfish. And yeah, and see that one fish there, his head was a lot bigger and it cut off. So I just made it smaller and rounded it. But yeah, there's my layout. If you look down there below, you will find the links to anybody else that's doing the YouTube layout, plus how to kill a kit with style. And if you liked the video, and hit a thumbs up, and appreciate it. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you who are, thank you so much. Have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.